give me more girl, more wine. For me, there is too many bad things on TV, on radio. Like, I love doing music, so with the music, you have to like it. Boom, the destiny changed my life.
Wha Gwaan Munchy.
Miss Munchy, what we tell him?
I hear me, Miss Munchy. Keeping it locked with Munchy.
Miss Munch, are you run the thing, so watch you now.
You know me, I say Munchy.
Yell up Munchy.
Wha Gwaan Munchy.
Reggaeville family, this is Wha Gwaan Munchy coming to you straight from Germany's largest reggae festival. Keeping in Cologne, Germany is Summerjam this weekend. And one of the sure highlight performance of today. The artist is right here with me. I'm super happy to welcome Blaiz Fayah.
Thank you. We just arrived, we just touched on the place, and we're happy to be there. It's gonna be sick.
I'm super happy that we're doing this interview. It's actually our first interview. Yes. Yeah, man. And I mean, I think I can say you are a musician to the core. Your grandparents, they played in the Grand Orchestra in France. Your dad is a renowned saxophonist who has released records, who has played a lot live. How was growing up in such a musical environment like?
It's like something normal to do music, but it's more about the work. Always seen the family like working a lot with their instrument in the studio and everything. So I always have this image of the workers in the music. You know, I didn't have this image about stars, system, and everything. Just like more about work and work and work. And I think I'm the result of a lot of work, you know what I mean? Because I just made my way like step by step, because I've been working a lot and I'm still working a lot to be there, you know. So I think it's a good thing, you know, to keep the reality in mind and how hard it is to get some places in this industry, you know.
Absolutely, I can absolutely imagine. So was that always clear to you that you would also choose that path and make music yourself, or was there ever any other option?
I tried many options, but I didn't have the happiness, you know, in anything I did or I tried. Yeah, so yeah, and then the destiny put me in the music because I've stopped like 10 years ago to sing and everything, and because I was like, yeah, nothing's working. I spent money in some videos, spent money in our time in the studio. So I was like, yo, it's not working, so let's do something else. And then after that, boom, the destiny changed my life. And once I got one door open, then I was like, bro, let's make music. And then I was releasing like one song a week, like 3-4 songs a month, like during like 1 year, 2 year. And then after that, like I always had like one song making like kind of hit in the underground part at the beginning, and then going up and up and up and up. And now, you know, like we're here in Summerjam in the main stage. That's crazy, you know. So that's cool.
As I said to you just a while ago, I think it is well deserved, absolutely. I mentioned your dad, and he played with Kassav, a band from Guadeloupe, and I think Martinique as well. Is that how you got in touch with Caribbean music, or how did that enter your life, and what fascinated you about Caribbean music?
Yeah, I think this is maybe my first touch, because I was really young at the beginning, and then one of my really old friends when I was like 8 years old, coming from Martinique, so I always been like in touch with the culture, and I think this is something you can't really explain. This is something you feel. And then I used to make like other kind of music when I was really young, and then I never had these feelings, you know, about music, because for me music is feelings. Like I can hear like some hip-hop music, or I don't know, rap music, drill, or I don't know, rock and roll, you know. But with dancehall and reggae, there is something, I don't know, bring me in something different, you know. I can't really explain it. It's just the way I feel, you know. So that's why. Yeah.
Definitely know what you mean. So the place to be for all the Caribbean music fans this weekend is surely here at Summerjam. So of course from Reggaeville you can check out our videos, our photos, our report, everything. It's on all the channels, the YouTube, the TikTok, the Insta, whatever, and of course on the website. So go check it out and catch performances also from the likes of Shenseea.
Up on the side, cause money and mommy and dollar never strange. How we can't make it real, no. Send me bright and right, you know, easy. Rich flex, they can't hold me. Me don't know about you, but me know say, yeah. Money, yeah. S-E-X-I.
Shenseea is here this weekend performing, and so is my guest on this one, Blaiz Fayah. You're not just touring here, you're in North America, you're in Central America, you're all over Europe. You're doing a lot, and you're not just presenting the big hits that we're already familiar with, the best gal and the bad, but also the music from the new album, the Shatta Ting, right? My colleague Steve Topple, he spoke to you about the Shatta Ting, so you can read that interview on Reggaeville already. But how is that for you, now coming to the stages and presenting this work live to the people, seeing their reaction and everything?
The thing is, to be honest, in our kind of music, because we've been on tour all year long, so now I know which song on stage is better than another. So I always have to keep my hits, you know, like even the old one, and then I put the new one from the new album. But I don't put like all the new album, because people need to enjoy the show. So if they don't like or they don't know the song, you know, I prefer to share the vibe with the people. So there is like maybe like 5 or 6 songs from the I think it's this. I don't remember how much exactly, but you know, it's like more the sharing with the people, and I don't wanna sing for sing, you know what I mean? I want to sing, then people enjoy it, you know, and me too, because if I just singing and nobody cares, and like I just force the fact like, this is my new song, you have to like it, you know what I mean? I'm not in that mood, so I'm like, I just choose the best one I know the people are gonna sing or gonna like, and then that's it, because I think it's more efficient on stage, you know, and then I'm enjoying more the show, you know.
I think you're absolutely right. I understand the point, but I love the new album, and there are more good songs than 5 on it. This album is bad, you know.
I think there is more. Yeah, but I think there is more. I don't remember how much, but I think. Yeah, I didn't put this one like give me more, girl, more one. No. Yeah, because we tried, but like people were like. But in festival we only have 1 hour, you know. So in 1 hour we have like we're making like 21 songs or something like that, so you know, maybe a little bit more, because you know, sometimes they are not full, some of them are full, you know, so it's just like it depends, but the show is really dynamic, so you're gonna enjoy it anyway, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's gonna be great anyway, of course.
Yes, so I mentioned the album, and I think still a lot of people, when they hear Shatta, they would think of like the bad man or the gangster or the gunman. For those who don't know as yet, because Shatta is a musical style, originated in Martinique, it is a more modern and more minimalistic type of dancehall, and still carries the old school kind of vibe, I would say. How would you describe it in your own ways, musically and lyrically?
Musically is like there is big bass, mostly there is no kick, mostly, but sometimes there is. And then there is not a lot of element in the rhythm. It's more about the flow, the melody, and lyrically is like really about entertainment. To be honest, there is no, like, I don't know one song with a really conscious lyrics in that kind of rhythm. You know what I mean? But people like it, and me, to be honest, for me there is too many bad things on TV, on radio, and everything. And what we bring is like, enjoy our life, enjoy the moment, just press play, and I think there is many artists to bring different vibes. Me, what I bring is like entertainment, you know, and I'm cool with that, you know. And sometimes I try to make like more conscious songs, but nobody really cares as well. So you have to be conscious about the image you have with your crowd, you know what I mean. And me, when I come on stage, they want to have fun, you know what I mean. So I mean, enjoy, party and stuff like that. And this is what I do, you know. So Shatta is more about like smiling, feel free, enjoy your life, enjoy your night, enjoy your party, and this is the way we do music. But I think maybe it's gonna develop another way, you know, with the future, but at the moment it's more that way.
I mean, you know, we are facing so many challenges and struggles and bad news all day, so I think it's fair enough that we have something to take our mind off of these things and just have a good time and listen music that is carrying a positive vibe, you know. And I mean, you even have songs like the propaganda, like that would also.
But the propaganda is more okay. It's been released at the wrong time, because we have the last 2 years were a bit really dark. But the propaganda is more about the propaganda we're making with this kind of music. You know, this is the right topic of the song, because we're going like to Costa Rica, Panama, Chile, Colombia, Seychelles, Mauritius, Europe, you know, like Belgium, Germany, France, a bit everywhere. And we always saying, when I say dancehall, you say Shatta, dancehall, Shatta, dancehall, Shatta. And then you know, for the people now, this kind of music and the name of this kind of music, like, is now more familiar. You know what I mean? And so that's why I call this song propaganda, because we are the actors of this movement. You know what I mean? So that's why I call this song propaganda.
And what would you say is the significant difference between dancehall and Shatta?
No, for me, Shatta is like is the influenced by dancehall, but this is still, you know, still, yeah, exactly the sub-genre of dancehall, you know, because it's just, you know, we kept, you know, the chords of before, you know, it's like big bass line, whoo, whoo, whoo. And, you know, for me it's dancehall, but in a Martinican way, you know what I mean? So yeah, for me it's called dancehall Shatta. You know, when some people, some purists gonna say, "Yo, Shatta is not dancehall. It's like, you know, like this kind of reggae, but it's not reggae." Or, you know what I mean? They're still purists, but for me it's dancehall Shatta. And let's make music, you know.
So I want to ask a provocative question, with all due respect. Could Shatta be the future for dancehall?
I think it's a big words, because like, I mean, you know, like all the dancehall way from Jamaica now is more urban, you know what I mean, more dancehall trap stuff, and there is big crowd for that as well, you know, and it's called dancehall too, you know. So I think there is enough kind of dancehall, enough type of music now, so the people can just choose in their own way when they want to listen this song or this song, if they want to listen Asian Massacre or Vibes Cartel, every type of artist, like from Jamaica in that kind of vibe, like Skilly Bang and everything. And then maybe past midnight, maybe they're gonna listen our kind of song, you know what I mean? But I know like our kind of music is not traveling, like there is some country they prefer like this kind of hard dancehall than our style, but our style is still dancing, you know what I mean? That's a bit the difference. But I think like everything is cool for what you want, you know what I mean? So there is no competition. It's just every artist making their own vibe, their own style, and then there is a place for everybody, you know?
Yeah, I would absolutely agree in saying there's space for everybody. And I appreciate also, I love dancehall.
Yeah, me too.
But as in, what I was thinking is, just to explain also, because then a lot of people, you know, say something. It is, I think, more danceable, and it is more mainstream marketable, you know, because I mean, as much as we love the music, it is also like we have to think about marketing and where people can, you know, present.
Yeah, and maybe you know, we don't maybe have the, no, I'm sure that we don't have the same reality too. So when there is a wave of sounds or of lyrics, you know, coming from country or a special city, you know, like it's because there is something happening there as well, you know. So the music is still the result of something, you know what I mean? So I think this is the vibe of I don't know, like us, we're making like party song, and because we are in this kind of vibe too, you know. But if there is artists talking about sad thing or about things, because maybe the environment actually is more about that way. So it's like every artist has his own reality, and music is still something to express themselves, you know what I mean? So that's why we can't really judge one music by just saying, yo, I don't like this, or oh, it's too ghetto, it's too this, it's too that. Yeah, it's just you don't understand in what they're living, so you can't really sometimes I don't like the song, but it's like I can understand the song, you know what I mean? So it's just a vibe, you know, and the music is more something to express ourselves. If you say like because we have bad news or stuff like that, then you go to the studio and you just free your mind and have fun at the studio, and then people can enjoy the song, you know what I mean? It's just you forget the reality. But some people are like, they don't want to forget their reality, they want to express what they're feeling about this reality, you know what I mean? So it's just another way of creating, you know what I mean? I don't know if the answer is cool, but you know what I mean?
And I think, I mean, what the great thing is about Summerjam as well, we also have space for people to express what you mentioned, all these type of styles. So we're gonna have the Shatta, we're gonna have Blaiz Fayah tonight on the red stage. I'm looking forward to that, super excited. And then we have Kybba and Tribal Kush and Cologne, they are doing their thing. And then we have dancehall, of course, big here. Afrobeats we have as well. And of course, reggae music with the likes of Morgan Heritage or Alborosie.
Easy my select, I mean no permission. Land on diversion, I'm free on leader. What dream only, so many places, must get on, so we lighten all the papers. Those who crave the dollar sign, no blessings from the Savior. Standing for justice with no filing for no paper. Tone of the living, I gonna live this way. This your tone of the living, I gonna live in dread. This your tone.
Reggaeville family, this is still Wha Gwaan Munchy from Summerjam. With me is Blaiz Fayah. I mentioned already your family background, and you touched the topic a little bit already when you said like it was for you normal that your dad and your grandparents were making music, the move to the studio and stuff like that. How did that influence your personal work ethic? Because I mean, we know you record a lot, you produce, you engineer that, you mix and master both of that, you tour a lot. Is that for you like going to the factory or to the office in the morning?
Yeah, exactly. It's like when I got some friends like tell me that like, yeah, I'm going to work, and then I go, yeah, I'm going to work too, you know, because I'm going to the studio. I always have a song to mix or to master or to change some details, and that's the privilege too, you know, to go to this own studio making my own music, and I can change this sentence, these words, this melody, you know. So I have time to create, I have time to do everything, but I invest on myself too. So in my material, in my everything. So now I can do everything I want, you know, and then spending hours and hours and hours on my mix, on my master. The beginning was hard, you know, but now I just do everything faster than before, and then I'm enjoying what I do. And if tomorrow, like, my artist job is not working anymore, and then I can still be engineer or still produce people, you know, because I know how to do it. But I love to do it, to be honest. But as you said, like, there is, you know, you have to make videos, you have to make songs, you have to release album, you have to tour in different countries, in different parts. So sometimes you're a bit tired, you know. Like, so as an artist, I can feel like sometimes I need like a real break, but I can't really do that because I love that too much. So it's like if I do nothing, I'm like, yo, I'm losing my time. I need to create another song and blah blah. But I release a lot of songs every year, a lot of videos too, you know. So I'm like, I love what I do, you know. But sometimes you can feel you're a bit tired, you know. And then I don't listen any music in my car, you know, to break my, you know, to have a break in my ears. And yeah, so it's just a way of life, you know. And I love this, and I don't want it done. So it's like I do everything I can to keep this kind of music, because as we say, it's a privilege to live with this, with my own music, you know what I mean? And as every artist, so when you realize the chance you have, then you work always more to keep that way of life, you know.
You mentioned the things that you do and stuff. Are you a perfectionist?
Yeah, sometimes I have like version 22, version 23, you know. And people not gonna care if the snare is like 1 dB more, you know what I mean? Nobody cares, and you're like, yo, version 27, you know. Exactly. But now I try to figure that quickly now, you know. I go straight to the efficiency, you know what I mean?
Okay. And I mentioned the song Propaganda earlier. Your dad plays a saxophone on it. Do you also seek his advice when it comes to studio work or production or playing live?
If I gave him some advice? Yeah, because, you know, there is this generation difference. Yeah, there is another way of producing. I mean, the old generation, they were more about music. We are more about the sound. You know what I mean? You know what's the difference? And it's like, it's more minimalist but more efficient. And people now need a lot of information straight at the beginning of the song, you know. If you wait like 1 minute to have everything, like, it's too long. Exactly. So that's why I wanted like one introduction, and then the bass line, and then boom, I come on the rhythm. But it was important because on live I love doing this song, you know. It's not one of my biggest hit. It's not a hit properly, and I know that. But on stage, it's always work, you know what I mean. And that's why I love to do it, to make these songs, and bring the saxophone and my father on the song was nice, you know. We're just creating music, and sometimes they are successful, sometimes not, but we're just making music, you know. I don't always look the numbers, because if you do this, you're in a trap, and I think it's not that good, you know.
Yeah, no, and it's not a good job.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. So I mentioned your father, your grandparents, they played the violin, I think. And you mentioned the gap of the generation, so that's a whole different vibe. So does your family like dance to your music, to the Shatta Ting?
At the beginning, they didn't really understand the kind of rhythm. They were like, yeah, it's just a loop, you know? And I was like, yeah, but that's how it is, you know? But in every kind of music, you know, that's a loop, you know, and then maybe sometimes you cut one element and then you put it back, you know. And now they're like, yo, what you do is crazy, we see you on tour, yo, I saw your last show, crazy. So yeah, that's cool, you know. But I always try to follow my own inspiration and my own way, and now, you know, like we're touring a lot, making a lot of songs, we're on the radio, we're going to TV, you know, like many countries, so it's like, it's a achievement, you know. Yeah. So I'm really grateful about what's happening since 3, 4, 5 years now, and it's like thanks to the people to follow me and to give me some strength, and if I'm here it's because they are there, you know. Because if there is no crowd, then there is no artist, you know. So that's why I have to say thank you to everybody, because I got the way of life I always dreamed to have, you know what I mean. So that's cool.
As I said, you work very hard, and that's why I think that is well deserved. I'm also very happy that you're playing on the red stage tonight at this big slot tonight. And I said you work a lot. Are you working on something new already? What's coming up from Blaiz Fayah?
Yeah, we're working. You mentioned them, Kybba and Tribal Kush. Like we working on an EP for maybe the start of 2026. We're gonna see, yeah, and then after that I'm gonna release like 1 or 2 more album in the next.
People say singles.
No. Yeah, but I mean the single is gonna be from the next album, you know. But it's like, no, but like I love doing music, so we do music, you know. So, but the normally the next thing is gonna be this EP. And then maybe the year after, sorry, I'm a bit tired. It's gonna be the new album. So yeah, every year I've got new projects. So I'm still active, you know. But you have to. There is too many artists nowadays. If you say, I just have a break, you can't really do that. You know what I mean? So it's not like before. So yeah, you always have to be active. And if you love what you do, just make music and release it. You know.
That's what to do, Blaiz Fayah. Thank you so much for all the music that you're giving to us. I'm super looking forward to seeing you tonight. And thanks for this wonderful conversation. Big up.
Wha Gwaan Munchy.